We all do it. Someone asks how we are, and without even thinking, one little word just pops out. Today, we're going to talk about that word and the hidden weight it carries. What is it really costing us to always be fine? Just picture it for a second, though it probably happened to you today. A coworker, a friend you bump into, maybe your mom on the phone. They catch your eye. And then they ask that simple, universal question. You know the one. It's meant to be a little moment of connection. It's an invitation.
And boom, before you even have a chance to really check in with yourself, before you can even take a breath and think about it, the word just comes out on its own.
I'm fine, right? Even when you're feeling completely overwhelmed, or just bone tired, or maybe a little off. It's just the easiest answer, isn't it? But let's get real. What's the hidden cost here? Well, that little phrase, I'm fine, it starts to become more than just words. It turns into this shield that we carry around to protect ourselves and honestly, to just keep going when slowing down doesn't even feel like an option. And this right here really gets to the heart of it. It's not so much a lie as it is a tool. It's a way to sidestep complicated emotions, to dodge a long, messy explanation, and to just get through the day. It's basically a survival mechanism. And this creates a huge disconnect that so many of us are living with. I mean, on the outside, we look like we have it all together. We're capable, we're dependable, we always show up. But on the inside, there's this quiet, unnamed thing happening. Maybe a numbness, or just a sense that we're going through the motions. Does any of that feel familiar to you? So why? Why do we do this to ourselves? It's so important to know this isn't some personal failing. It's a learned behavior. And really understanding where it comes from, that's the first step to changing it. The truth is, from a young age, a lot of us were taught that our feelings weren't really the priority. The goal was to keep moving, be productive, be strong. So we learned to just override all those internal signals because the external demands felt so much more important. I mean, think about it. We were praised for pushing through, right? For just handling it without a complaint. But slowing down, checking in with ourselves, admitting we were struggling, yeah, that usually wasn't encouraged. It might have even been seen as a weakness. And here's the thing. The feelings we push down, they don't just disappear. Nope. They hang around, they build up, and eventually they show up in other ways, like that chronic stress you can't shake, or that tension in your shoulders, or just that deep emotional exhaustion that so many of us feel. But there is a way through this, and it doesn't require some massive life change. It really starts with one simple but incredibly powerful shift. Just a move toward honesty with ourselves. Just let that one sink in for a second. You can't move forward from something you won't admit exists. Real change, true movement, it just can't happen if we're pretending. Simply acknowledging what's there is the very first step. And the goal here, by the way, is not to immediately fix everything. It's just to see things clearly. The moment you admit to yourself, you know what, I'm actually feeling really anxious, or I am exhausted. You create clarity, and now you finally know what you're working with. And oh my goodness, what a relief that is. Just think of all the energy it takes to hold those feelings down, to keep that I'm fine shield held up so high. Being honest with yourself just releases that pressure. It is such a profound act of self-compassion. So, how do we start? How do we actually build this new habit of checking in? Well, it all begins with a really gentle and simple practice. This is it. This is the heart of the whole practice. It's about moving past that automatic answer we give to everyone else and finding the quiet, honest answer that is just for you. Asking yourself, how do I really feel? Right now, in this moment. And here's how you can make a little space for that. First, just slow down. Seriously, just take one deep breath. Then ask the question and listen for whatever comes up without judging it. And finally, and this is so key, just accept the answer. If the answer is overwhelmed or sad, let it be there. No fixing required. Please remember, this is not about getting it perfect. You won't always do it, and that is completely okay. The goal here is simply awareness. Every single time you pause and check in, you are strengthening that connection to yourself. You're building a foundation of self-trust, one honest answer at a time. And this really says it all, doesn't it? The path to a life that feels more real and more aligned, it isn't about pushing harder or adding more to your to-do list. It's about having the courage to be honest, starting with the person who matters most, you. So, I'll leave you with that question one last time. Not as a demand, but as a gentle invitation. An invitation to pause, to listen, and to offer yourself the simple gift of your own truth. Take a quiet breath and just ask, how do you really